time has come for Champion Steven, Round 2. Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number... is it 67? Maybe. Of our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. The number is, of course, in the title and the thumbnail. You guys already know where we're at. And you just saw we had a grinding montage because... if you missed last weekend's episodes, we took on the Elite Four of the Hoenn Pokemon League, made it all the way to the final battle. And that was it. We didn't actually complete the Hoenn League, so as far as the Nuzlocke style rules are concerned, yes, consider it a blackout. We have lost. I've added a blackout counter to this layout, but the main adventure has not completed just yet, because of course to continue my adventures, or recreating my adventures through the world of Pokemon, I have to win the league. I gotta continue on to the next game afterwards. So, I was asking, should I train up the team I was using, or should I use a different team? And the general consensus is, people want to see a different team being used, and Robert, one of our regular viewers, made a good point. I should consider bringing a fire type, because Steven has a lot of steel type Pokemon. Now, I decided what we're gonna do. I was considering going for some lower level Pokemon, giving them a chance to shine, but in the interest of saving time as much as possible, I decided, you know what, let's just go for some pretty decently leveled Pokemon as it is. As you saw, we did have a grinding montage to get them a little bit higher than where they were, and the team is actually the team that did not see victory over Trainer Red at the top of Mount Silver back in our Pokemon Silver playthrough. So let's do a recap of everybody here right now. Here we have Blaze, our Charizard, at level 53. Blaze ability, of course, boosting fire moves in a pinch. Quirky nature, which is a neutral nature. Holding the Charcoal to add more power to the fire attacks. I'm going to consider switching the items at some point if I have the proper item that I want to use. I got to double check the PC. But you'll see his stats are quite impressive at 140 special attack for his best stat. His moveset is Fire Punch, Dragon Breath, Fire Blast, and Slash. Next on the team, if I can hit down, we have Sprout the Venusaur at level 53 with Overgrow, boosting grass moves in a pinch. Relaxed nature, which is... not neutral. I have no clue what it does. I can't remember. It doesn't actually show you here in this generation, but feel free to look it up. Anyway, holding the Miracle Seed to add power to grass-type attacks. More on the specially defensive side, as you see, 133 for special defense for good old Sprout here. Giga Drain, Synthesis, Toxic, and Leech Seed. He did have Sunny Day during the training, and he started to learn Synthesis, and I thought, Sunny Day's not really helping him. He had that from when he had Solar Beam, but the idea with Giga Drain, of course, you can heal back, you can use it like twice as quickly if there's no sun up. And yeah, Synthesis works pretty good with Sunny Day, because you can heal back more if the sun is up. But there is the potential that the opponent can go for a fire-type attack, which will be boosted by Sunny Day, and we are weak to that. So I decided, let's forget Sunny Day and go for Synthesis. Next we have our Blastoise Sheldon, level 53, the son of Shelbert our Squirtle, with the Torrent ability, boosting water moves at low HP. Calm Nature, which, if I remember from Pandora in Pokemon Moon, special defense up and attack down. Holding the Shell Bell to heal back some HP with every hit. Hey, wait a minute. Him and Sprout have the same special defense. Look at that. Obviously more defensive. He has 130 for defense, 133 for special defense. Attack is pretty bad at 89, but his moveset is Surf, Ice Punch, Skull Bash, and Bide. Next we have level 54 Pokemon. Our original starter Pokemon from back in Pokemon Blue, Shelbert the Squirtle. Torrent ability, of course, just like his son Sheldon. Quirky nature is neutral. Holding the Everstone. I gotta switch that out, because I want to make better use of some in-battle items. Gotta see what I have to work with. He has Surf, Ice Beam, Bite, and Protect. In fact, I could probably give him... nope. I was gonna give him Never Melt Ice, but somebody else has that. I'll give him the Mystic Water, actually, that we got back in Cherry Grove City. And I just exited the recap thing. Next up, Pikachu from the Viridian Forest back in Kanto at level 54, with the static ability, paralyzing foes on contact. Just like Scruff, who is now sitting in the injury box. Bashful nature, which is also neutral, I believe. Holding Magnet to add a little bit more power to his electric-type attacks, and his best stat is speed at 116. Thunderbolt, Body Slam, Thunder Wave, and Flash is the moveset. And last but not least, our Dragon Slayer of the Victory Road... not Victory Road. Why did I say Victory Road? Of the Johto League, our Dragon Slayer, Fluffy the Clefable, level 54. Cute Charm, infatuating foes on contact. She's a sassy Pokemon. Again, I don't know what that does, but it's not neutral, I'm pretty sure. Never Melt Ice to power up Ice-type attacks, and she's more defensive as well. 128 for special, 102 for physical, and 107 special attack. She has Double Edge, Ice Punch, Moonlight, and Metronome. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I bringing a couple of unevolved Pokemon like Shelbert and Pikachu in? Mainly, this is the main team that we went up against Red with. I want to keep them together, if possible. But they might not really see battle that much in the Elite Four. I think I'm going to be relying more on the fully evolved ones. But let's see what we have to work with as far as items go. I gotta make sure I have good healing items too. I've bought a good number of Hyper Potions to do the training. Didn't really need to use too many of them though. Can we free some space up here? I did use one of the PP ups to add more, or one more PP to Sprout's Giga Drain. And I know we have Mystic Water in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, anything else I can really make use of? Probably not. No, I think we're good with what we got. We'll give that to Shelbert. If he starts to evolve, we'll just mash that B button. So, as I say, I want to try to finish this Elite Four today, or not today, but this weekend, because we're not going to have time to finish everybody in this particular episode, but by the end of this weekend, I'm calling it right now, we will become the champion of the Hoenn League. I have had my fill of being defeated by champions of Pokemon Leagues, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't watch Pokemon Moon on Friday. Feel free to do that. An hour-and-a-half episode. I didn't intend to be that long, but it was. So, Sydney the Dark type. We really don't have anything super effective on Dark-type Pokemon. So what I could do... go with somebody defensive to start with. We'll lead Sheldon. Probably the best idea. Welcome, Challenger. I'm Sydney of the Elite Four. I like that look you're giving me. I guess you'll give me a good match. That's good. Looking real good. Alright, you and me, let's enjoy a battle that can only be staged here in the Pokemon League. I'm trying to rush through his text because we've already met this man. We know what he's all about. He's the Dark-type dude. He's just in my way right now. I forget what your levels are at. You started at 50... No. Yeah, Steven has a level 58. Okay, I think we're going to just waltz through the first several of these people. I shouldn't get too excited, though. I shouldn't get too ahead of myself. We do want to make sure we're focused and getting the wins. Sand attack! But as I do some... like, you know, it's kind of funny. I'll say, like, if there's a random battle, like a nobody trainer on the route, it's like, well, there's not really much to talk about in-game. Let's just... You're going to get all the stat drops? Sure. But I'll start talking about stuff outside of the video. Here we are fighting the Elite Four. I'm not even focused on this guy. He's not important. He's just a stepping stone to get back to Steven. So, what I can talk about, since I was going to do something, I was going to focus on doing some Sun and Moon stuff for, a grass type. Let's go into Blaze. I was thinking Sprout maybe, but no, he can't really do anything back to this thing. But I was going to do a Sun and Moon video for this week's Pokemon TCG, well, technically, next week's Pokemon TCG live online match, but the cards are not going to be legal to be used just yet. They become legal Friday, I believe, this coming Friday. So what I plan to do is, like I usually do, I'll get 10 random booster packs online and sort of do a pre-release type thing in which I'll make a deck out of the cards that I get, plus some trainers from previous sets and stuff. But I think what I'll do for this weekend, I'm not really going to aim to set up... Stop sending in types that are good against me. I'm not really going to aim to set up a viewer battle, sort of a setup, but on Sunday evening, around, I'm thinking I'm going to aim for about 7 o'clock Atlantic time, and feel free to check what time that is in your time zone. I'm going to aim for about, say, 7 o'clock. I'm going to get one of the theme decks for Sun and Moon. I have redeemed tokens to get the, well, my starter Primarina theme deck, and I'm going to go online and do some battles in the theme deck format with those. So, if you have a theme deck you want to battle me against on the on the channel, I'll probably... What do you think? Leave a comment. Should I put a video up letting you know that I'm going to go online? Or should we just see if we can randomly encounter one another? Because what you could do, if you do have me on your friend list on Pokemon TCG Online, and if you don't, my username is Dotman64, so feel free to add me in. What you could do is actually maybe send me a message or a friend request online, and I'll see if I can do some viewer battles. If I can't find enough to really do 2 or 3 videos for the following week using the theme deck, though, I'll probably just go for some random battles, see who I can find online, and test out the Primarina theme deck. I haven't really done that before, using just a standard, unmodified theme deck online, which would be kind of interesting to go for. So, as I said, there's not much to mention in battle. We've already fought this guy before. He is just a... well, that could hurt. But he is basically a pushover. You know what I didn't do? I didn't look for the item I was hoping to find. I was thinking of getting, was it Dragon Fang? I think that powers up Dragon attacks. Because with Dragon Breath, Blaze is going to be one of our best chances to go against Drake, the Dragon Trainer. Wait a minute. No. That was my initial thought. I was thinking that before going into the Elite Four. I realized Sheldon's got Ice Punch. And Fluffy has Ice Punch too. We got ways to deal with dragons. She's the Dragon Slayer. Anyway, well, how do you like that? I lost. It was fun. It doesn't matter. And some more Cashola in the old Pocket-ola. Well, listen to what this loser has to say. You've got what it takes to go far. Now go on to the next room and enjoy your next battle. So, okay, let's heal a little bit. Because as I say, Trainer 1 is done. Do we even really need to heal? I'm going to preserve the potions. So the next one is Ghost. We don't really have anything super effective on Ghost either. But but again, I could start with my most defensive Pokemon. Wonder if I should let Shelbert or Pikachu have a shot. I kind of want to save them for the last. Like, I realized something I didn't really do last time I fought Steven, and when I fought the champion of the Alola League, was I was being too, what would you call it, like preserving my Pokemon too much, like not wanting them to faint. I gotta realize, I have to allow a Pokemon to fall if it means getting a stronger Pokemon healed up. So I gotta get into that mindset. I lost it. I was having too much of an easy time going through previous parts of both games, right? So I gotta think that way. Ha 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 ha! I'm Phoebe of the Elite Four. I've been training on Mount Pyre. Ghost types, yes! Let's go. There's no chair in the background here. You notice that? If you know what I'm talking about, in the remake, actually, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about it. But in the remake, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, there is like a little chair in behind her, and I don't know, maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot, but I've never been able to see this myself. I have heard there's some sort of ghostly figure behind her. Come on, use Curse. I'd love to see that right now. You're gonna confuse me, aren't you? They actually did Curse. Now, I still think I take damage, though, even though they're gonna knock themselves out with this. Do I take damage between turns even though they fainted? Maybe. Just wait till this thing comes in and we'll find out. Yeah, alright. Alright, so we have... I'm gonna say you can't really do enough damage to hurt me just yet. I'm gonna go for a Surf right now. See how much damage we can get off. We're gonna Shell Bell, heal up. I can also mention some other stuff outside of this, regarding, of course, Pokemon, but it's more in tune with the Pokemon Moon playthrough. Now that we have completed the main story, things are going to be a little bit different starting next week with Pokemon Moon. Okay, we're going to switch over into... Let's go Sprout. Sprout hasn't done too much yet. Things are going to be changing a little bit. I'm going to wait and say in that episode of Pokemon Moon what I'm talking about. But basically, the older Pokemon will be back. I have actually updated my Pokemon bank this just earlier today, and I spent a good amount of time going through the Omega Ruby move tutors and teaching some specific moves that they can't relearn in Gen 7, just to make them a little bit more unique. Now, I might not keep all these moves. Like, I taught things like, Stealth Rock and Knockoff to a lot of Pokemon. I'm going to Leech Seed you first of all. But I taught them a bunch of really specific moves, kind of interesting. Some of them, like I say, might not last that long, but we'll see what happens. But I have uploaded them all into the new generation, and I'm going to be changing the teams up as far as the continuing of the post-game part of the story in Pokemon Moon. And I'm kind of excited for that. I'm going to say, it's kind of a downside sort of thing where my team from previous generations, they're all level 100 in my 3DS games, but, you can't unlevel your Pokemon. I've trained them so much, like, for so long, they're level 100, and that's that. But my nephew has told me that it might not be the worst thing having a number of level 100 Pokemon for whatever is going to come at me in post-game. There's that 50% chance of being infatuated. Of course, it was just that one time 50%. If I was to attack now, I should land the hit. However, I'm going to switch because they're going to full heal or full restore. They're going for Psychic. I think Shelbert might be okay. Let's go for it, Shelbert. Let's get you in here on the Sableye. I still think it's kind of funny that in Gen 7, Sableye can be called in when a Carbink is in danger, and the Sableye actually attacks the Carbink trying to get the jewels from it. Those Pokemon creators are just so wacky with their ideas, aren't they? Let's go for a Surf attack. Hit me. My defense is amazing. Not super amazing, but amazing enough. And Surf does a fair amount. I'm going to say another Surf and Leech Seed combo should bring down Sableye. Actually, I think the Surf itself will do it at this point. Come on. I did bring Fluffy. Don't make me bring her in and Ice Punch you to oblivion, Sableye. She doesn't fall for your attraction. Come on, Shelbert. You don't either. Percentage-wise, we should land this. I love random chance. So they're going to full restore again. Let us now switch into Blaze, because I feel like ending this in the most overpowered way possible. Charcoal boosted, stab boost. Oh, they're not going to heal. Alright, I'll just Fire Punch them in. Will they full restore now, though? Even if they do, I'm pretty sure 2 hits from Fire Punch would have brought them down from full HP, but down goes Sableye. What is next from Phoebe? I wonder if we're going to gain any levels during this. Alright, Bayonet is next in. Probably be smart to heal, but let's go ahead and switch into... Again, I think Spro can be okay here. I forgot what levels these guys were at, because I just have the memory of, what was it, level 58 Metagross that we fell to last weekend? Ooh, that was kind of painful. Who's faster? We're faster. Now, this could have been a mistake. If they land a critical Shadow Ball, they're going to get the knockout. But what are the chances of them getting a critical Shadow Ball? Or they could just Psychic. But that ain't Stab. There we go. Another Giga Drain brings down this Bayonet. What is left? We already saw Dusclops, 2 Bayonet, Sableye. What is your last one? I can't remember. Another Dusclops, is it? Level 54 for our Charizard. Do they always learn Dragon Rage at this level? I'm pretty sure we can do more than 40 damage with what we have, so no thank you. We'll pass on the Dragon Rage. Last one in is another Dusclops. You got some pretty decent HP, I believe, so let's go ahead and heal some of that back. I could actually switch into a Pokemon at low HP and just start draining energy away. Now, you're more defensive than offensive. That's not going to do too much to us. Although it was a critical hit. So that is going to be a full restore. Now, I'm pretty sure these things... Okay, I'm not pretty sure. I think they can learn Thunderbolt, so I'm not going to switch into Sheldon or Blaze. But, wait, let's save that full restore. We got Hyper Potion. That does 200 in this generation. Gotta keep in mind Gen 3 mechanics. And Ice Beam away. Or just go Shadow Ball, alright. I guess that is Stab, but not super effective. You don't get the... It drops the special defense still, doesn't it? Despite being a physical type attack in this generation. Alright, let's go ahead and fire off a Toxic as well. I forgot I have Synthesis. I might not even need to use the healing items. I could actually just keep sitting here and letting, you know, Synthesis healing up and letting the Poison and Leech Seed do the work for me. I was going to say, unless they freeze me. But fortunately, they do not. I'll just go for the damage with Giga Drain. So, my plan is to record both of these episodes today and tomorrow back-to-back just to get them done with. I'm going to have sort of a busy weekend in which I have to record 2 episodes of Pokemon Moon, try to get the TCG video recorded, and I'm probably going to try to record the news update thing Sunday evening. That way I'm going to have it all ready to roll as soon as Monday comes around, and it'll be on time, whereas a lot of times I'm late or I don't even have one for a week because there's really... I slack off a little bit, I will admit. I really shouldn't, but sometimes things just get in the way. So, I'm going to be recording, so any comments basically left on this video, I won't really see. Oh, I'm at a PP. Let's let the Toxic and Leech Seed do the work for us then. But if there's any comments left in this video, I won't see them in time for the next video. But I'll definitely see them in time for the Pokemon... Nope. I'm going to record the Pokemon Moon episodes before this one goes public. Hey, we were frozen. Oh no, how are we going to win this fight at this point? It's called the setups. Leech Seed, Toxic... So long, Dusclops. Trainer number 2 of the Elite... I'm just going to full heal. No, wait, let's use Ice Heal. That's the smarter thing. We'll get 4 of those left. Save the full heal for any status condition that we... Oh, come on! Alright, the fight's not over yet. I'm going to throw the Toxic on it again. Unless we miss, but we're not going to miss. And since we're out of Giga Drains, I'm going to be switching out, and I think I'm going to switch into Fluffy. She has nice special defense. Nothing this thing has against us will be super effective. I'm pretty sure it can't learn fighting-type attacks. Can you imagine, can you believe, not imagine, because you just saw it, can you believe how many times they're getting freeze with their Ice Beam? Not that it's really that big of a problem. I can easily heal it off, but it just annoys me when the computer, and I use this term a lot, happens to get stuff like that, whereas I don't. Watch them freeze Fluffy. All you can do is clap for the computer. That is a very, very clever strategy to choose to get the 10% freeze whenever you want. That is the best strategy I've ever seen in any game. I'm not even going to waste an item. No, I'm just going to let, again, the Toxic and Leech Seed do the work for me. Unless they full restore again. But they're not going to full restore again. That would just be insane. And we're now confused. I could full heal both of these things off, but like I say, I just got to sit here and wait. So I can talk with you folks. How are you doing? Have a good day today? Sounds good. I had a pretty okay day. Of course, by the time you're watching this, it is only really beginning. I try to aim to have these public at 1 o'clock. Oh, you've got Earthquake? Did I know that? That seems to be familiar. Oh, they happened to get a critical hit, too. Alright, you're breaking out the hacks a little bit early this time. Get them out of the way now. I don't want Steven pulling any of that nonsense against us when we get to him tomorrow. Oh, darn. I've lost. Yep. Out of my way, Phoebes. Definite bond. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know, Phoebe. Alright. Now, let's ice heal everybody. Because everybody was frozen by that. How many ice beams did they hit us with? And they got 3 freezes. I wasn't paying attention. I kind of lost count. So, whatever. Hyper Potion for Sheldon. Hyper Potion for Blaze. I think the rest of us will be okays. Let's go one more trainer in this episode. It is the Ice type. Ooh. Blaze, you want to take the lead on this one? I think you do. I'm going to blaze a path. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to go with an Ether for Sprout's Giga Drain. We'll make sure we have our PP nice and restored for taking on each of the Elite Fours. Okay, what kind of random chance shenanigans is Glacia going to pull on us this time around? Come on, blah, blah, blah. Icy skills, yeah. You're not going to last very long against our... Wait, you got Wall Rains. How are we going to deal with that? Sheldon could come in. He can't really do much damage to them, but they can't do much to him either. But you're going to lead Glalie. Alright. I'm going to go with a Fire Punch. You can learn Explosion, I'm pretty sure. But you're not going to use it because... Please don't. Thank you. First one down. I'm pretty sure she has 2 Celio and a Wall Rain. And another Glalie, if I remember correctly. Celio number 1. So they're going to probably go for water. I could bring Sheldon, or not Sheldon, I could bring Sprout in. I do risk, of course, an ice attack, but I'm going to bring him in anyway. In the mindset of, I might have to let Pokemon drop here or there. The idea here is, he's not going to help us much against the Dragon Trainer, nor against Steven himself, so... If Sprout does have to fall, this is an okay match for it to happen in. But he can get some good damage off on these water types before he goes down. Till we can't Mega Evolve and get the thick fat. So now Blizzard is fully accurate. That is scary for sure. If I see something come in that I can't... Well, if I land the Giga Drain, I'm going to knock this out. They're going to full restore, probably. No? Alright, so if something comes in that we can't one-shot with Giga Drain, I'm going to switch into Sheldon, who will be resistant to the Blizzard. And like I say, he can't do much in response. I could Skull Bash, I guess. That would actually be our only real best bet. But we see another Celio. So as I say, Blizzard being fully accurate, I am not risking Sprout like this. Despite I just said, I gotta get in the mindset of I have to let someone fall at some point. I don't have to. If Sheldon can take the Blizzard, and he's not gonna get frozen, then that's the way to go. Alright. Look how little damage that did. And we didn't get frozen. They used up all of their freeze chances back in that last fight. Which is kind of sad to think. Because it is the Ice-type trainer we're fighting now, and they don't have a single chance to freeze us. Am I talking it up too much? Am I... Oh, okay. Am I basically jinxing my chances? Possibly. But I don't think so. Come on. 3 freezes off a 10% chance Ice Beam. Alright, we get some hail damage. Let's land the Skull Bash. Come on, break through. You don't love this thing. Well, the only Pokemon that we have as female is Fluffy. She has pretty decent special defense. Once the hail goes down, right now, I'm going to switch into Fluffy. She's not quite at full HP. I might want to heal her up. Actually, I can use Moonlight. Now, it heals less in the Hailstorm. I could try the metronome. I haven't tried metronome really ever. Now, I'm afraid a blizzard will take us down right now, so let's go ahead and kind of stall things out a little bit. We're going to go with a hyper potion. Do you go for the blizzard? You do. That is... It's not fully accurate? They changed that. I'm pretty sure now it always hits in a hailstorm. Alright, you know what? Luck is on our side. Let's see what metronome gives us. 54 damage. Okay, I'll take that. And they miss another one. Alright. Not bad. So again, the luck is on our side. Let us see what another metronome will provide us. Give us like a Thunderbolt. Give us Frenzy Plant. Give us Woodhammer. Give us Headbutt. That actually wasn't bad. Pretty sure Double Edge can bring you down at this point. Depending how much HP we have after this blizzard. We can easily Double Edge this thing at this point. So Blaze can take down the second Glalie. The only thing next is to decide how to deal with the Wall Rain. Which I think is probably going to come in now. Level 54 for Sprout. A little bit more special offense, +3. And send the Wall Rain in. No, they're going to go Glalie, okay. So the hail stops. What I want to do here is Moonlight. Oh, come on, you're faster. Okay, what would you go for? Would you go for a Blizzard? I want to bring Blaze in. He is neutral to the ice attacks. Yeah, I barely get anything back because the hailstorm is up. The clouds are blocking out the moon. That's no fair. I guess, yeah, Glalie are kind of fast. I haven't really considered that. Alright, come on in, Blaze. Take the Ice Beam, the Blizzard, whatever they're going to send your way. Fire Punch this thing back. So we got Ice Beam. How much will this do to us? It's kind of interesting. Like, Rain Dance powers up water attacks. Sunny Day powers up fire attacks, but I'm pretty sure Hail does not add power to Ice-type hits. Which kind of doesn't really make sense. Like, why wouldn't it? You know, it's added coldness in the atmosphere. You'd think the ice would be more impactful. However, or you think it might... No, I was going to say, you think the ice might cool off fire attacks and weaken that, but I guess no, that's what Rain Dance would do. So as I say, Wall Rain now comes in. If we could set this thing up to get about half HP, and if Pikachu could come in, we could Thunderbolt this thing. Sheldon, you're going to come in next. Now, he is one of our ways to deal with Drake the Dragon Trainer, so I shouldn't risk him against this guy, but if all you're going to go for is Surf, we'll be fine. Now, of course, this thing could also have a track. I hope it doesn't, because that's just going to be annoying. But I think I should go for a Hyper Potion right now to play it safe, and then go for the Skull Bash. I could also Bide. I've never really gotten Bide to work, which means at some point I'm probably going to be replacing it off of his moveset. But let's give it a shot now. Come on, if it's ever going to work for us once, it has to work here. Hit me with the Blizzard. Don't freeze me. Get a critical Blizzard, actually, but don't freeze me. I want to get as much damage back on you as possible. Storing up that energy to go over another... Oh, they missed that Blizzard. Alright, then. And we unleash for a whopping... What would that be? 64 damage? At least we heal back some from it. Now, how much does that even heal us back? We got 8 back, so it's 1/8 of the damage that you do to the opponent. Okay. And they land that Blizzard, of course. And they freeze with that Blizzard, of course. Where's the Scald when you need it? So let's just go ahead and use up the Ice Heal. There's one left. Why not? They should be almost out of Blizzards at this point. They could also just miss it, too. So now let's start with the Skull Bashes. If they had a track, they probably would have used it by now. Her defense goes up, not that it matters. I don't think this thing has any physical kind of attacks. It might have Body Slam, but not being stabbed means they probably won't go for it. And let's get that Skull Bash off. Come on, do half of what it has left. That wasn't even close. Now, since it's going for Surf, it might be out of Blizzards. And there's that Body Slam. I was almost going to say... Well, I was going to say, feel free to get the Paralysis. That's no problem. We're going to full restore that off. Are we safe to go to Sprout? I'm going to say we are. We can Giga Drain this thing. Assuming it's out of Blizzards. Alright. good old Giga Drain fired up. I didn't want to bring Pikachu in on a powerful hit because his defenses are not quite where Sprout's are. We're going to see a full restore, folks. I should have Leech Seeded first. However, 2 more Giga Drains gets the knockout. I think... Wait, how much did it have? I think 2 will do it. Let's find out right now, see if this goes below half. Come on, Sprout, put everything you got into this, buddy. Not that we're really in dire straits right here, but I just want to end this quickly. Yeah, that's roughly about half. Alright. One more, I'm going to say, drops Walrein, and Glacia has been melted out of our way. That was a terrible pun. I didn't have time to think of anything. Wait, did you faint? You did. I thought there was a tiny bit of HP left. But, as we did last weekend, actually no. Last weekend we only fought 2 of them in the first episode. That was actually the weekend before. I'm getting all mixed up on the timeline. You and your Pokemon, your spirits burn! Yep. But that is the 3rd of the Elite Four done. Advance to the next room. Cool stuff. So let's save it up here. Actually, let's heal first to make sure we don't forget to do it next time. Who needs a Hyper Potion? Sheldon needs one. I'll go for one for Blaze as well. So our way to deal with the dragons, I'm going to say probably Sheldon. I'm going to check the PP before we continue on. No, you know what? I'm already over time. I'm going to end this right now, save the game up, and I want to say thanks for watching today's episode, the first episode of our rematch against the Elite Four of the Hoenn League. Things are going pretty decent. Haven't even really broken a sweat yet, but come on back tomorrow for the epic finale and see if our previously defeated team against Trainer Red on Mount Silver is victorious here in the Hoenn League. I feel bad that the actual Sapphire team couldn't make it through, but it's going to roll on forward. They're not the only Pokemon I have to work with, of course. I've got others, obviously, that I can draw upon, and these are the guys seeing us through all these adventures. You'll see some of these starting on Monday in Pokemon Moon as well, because they've all come up from the previous generations. But with that, I want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to leave a like down below and leave any comments you want to have for me down in the comments section below. I'll be sure to read all the comments, and I try to address them as is pertinent in the videos. Like I said, Robert Gosney had let us know about bring a fire type to deal with all of Steven's steel types, so I appreciate the advice and the suggestions you folks have for me whenever you want to leave some on the videos. But with that, we are done. Stay tuned to the outro for some videos or some links to some other videos that I have done, as well as a link to subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed for daily Pokemon content of retro playthroughs, Pokemon Moon on the go, Pokemon TCG videos, and as I said, remember, tomorrow evening around 7 Atlantic, I'll be looking to do some theme matches or some theme deck battles in Pokemon TCG Online. You're welcome to join in, send me a battle request and friend request as well on there if you want to get into some videos on the channel. With all that, we are done for today. Come on back tomorrow for the finale of the Hoenn League of Pokemon Sapphire, and until then, Professor Chaz is signing off. I'll catch you next time.